up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about if the Nintendo Switch Lite is still worth it a year and a half later. And while I'm talking about that, I'm also going to be talking about different accessories and stuff that I have for the system, and I'm going to rate them. And also, I'm going to be talking about some more accessories that are on Amazon that I think will be good for this system right here. So without a doubt, let's get right into the video. First off, before I do it, I would like to say thank you for getting me to 85 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and enjoying my videos if you do. Without a doubt, let's get right into the video. And so yeah, to talk about these, I guess the accessories first. We'll start off with, I guess, what's on my Switch. So, right here, as you can see, I have this gray colored grip, which I did not choose it out. I actually got this for Christmas because I got this system. It was the first system that I had bought with my own money, which made me love the system at the time. And also, I really wanted a grip because at the time it wasn't comfortable to hold this in my hands. So for Christmas, I got money, and also I got this. So yeah, it also on the back here holds 2 game cartridges. So like if you want to, you could have this on it, and you could have a game flap and 2 other games they love right here. And all you have to do to take them out is just plop this thing off right here, pull this off, and then just take out the game and put the other one back in. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this goes for around 10 to 15 bucks on Amazon. I'm not sure, but it is amazing. It does indeed help with it being comfortable. And so yeah, we're to start off with the other accessories, we're going to talk about controllers. So let's go ahead and talk about this thing. This is basically the cheaper Pro controller. It is called the Power A Enhanced Wireless Controller. It's basically a Nintendo Switch controller. It's basically a wireless Switch controller, but a bit cheaper. I think it's like $40 cheaper than a Pro controller. It feels amazing. And also another thing is you can get a design. I recently got that design, the Animal Crossing one, because I got Animal Crossing, but I sold Animal Crossing probably because I didn't like it anymore at the time. I don't know why, but I sold the game, but I still have the controller. It feels good in the hands. It basically feels like the it feels like a kind of more like flimsy or kind of cheaper plastic than an Xbox controller. I'm not sure, but it still feels amazing in the hands. And so, yeah. Another controller this is a very portable one, which is the 8BitDo Lite controller. It's basically a Nintendo Switch Lite controller, which I got this one, which is supposed to represent the color of the Switch Lite, which it does amazingly. And so basically what this thing does is it has 2 D-pads instead. And so this one is supposed to be what was the analog stick. And so what it does is these two, instead of an analog stick, it forces it to use the D-pad. So you could literally play Fortnite and Apex Legends with this thing, which I don't know why you would. But heck, you could do that, or you could play Breath of the Wild with this thing. Or if you really wanted to play Zelda Link's Awakening on the Switch with a D-pad, this will force it to do it. So yeah, that's awesome. There's 2 modes on this thing, which is S for Switch, and there's X for computer. Just switch it through the options, whichever one you want to connect it to. I bought this for around 25 bucks, and it's alright, I guess. I use it sometimes. The next controllers I have, which are, I think, the only other controller I have for this, yeah, I'm pretty sure, are the Joy-Cons. I bought these, I think, the same time I bought, I'm trying to think, what did I buy? Okay, so I think I got this for Christmas, and then a few days later I went to my dad's. He took me to stores to spend my money, and then I bought these things. And so, yeah, I only use these things for like during I cannot speak. During New Year's, I got Just Dance, and what I did was I had a very long thing of earbuds on, and I was doing Just Dance with it in tabletop mode. But yeah, pretty much. I also use this for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, where like you have to like do that to catch the Pokemon. So yeah, pretty much. But honestly, it's all right. It's I I I can't even speak. It's a good payment that I did for these because I was able to play Just Dance and other games. And also now I'm able to do this and play just like the original Switch trailer or whatever. There's this dude on the airplane playing like this. You could do that, but you have to have something to stand up the Switch Lite on. So yeah, but if I'm being honest, I just realized that the amount of money I spent on this and this, I could have bought a regular Switch. Yeah, but pretty much I love these things. They're alright, and yeah. Also, you will need these controllers to, Joy-Cons, to play games such as 1-2 Switch, Mario Party, also, trying to think, I'm not sure what else, but you get the point. With those things, if you don't have a regular Switch, you're going to need something to charge it up with, which I got this thing, which is broken on one side, because on one side it will not close all the way to charge one of these, but it still sometimes charges it, but it's alright. I got this for around $25 at GameStop at the same time I got these things, and I think for the Joy-Cons and this, it was about $105 plus a game I got, which was Smash Bros, which equaled up to total about $170 some. But yeah, it's very good. It charges the Joy-Cons really fast, and you can also play like this, which, never mind, you can't play it because mine is broken, because I think I broke it. Here, wait. Yeah, mine's broken on the ZR button, but they don't come voice crackler. Anyways, they don't come broken. It's just that mine just got stuck and broke. But yeah, and whenever they're not charging, I actually use this one, which is basically a regular Joy-Con grip, which came with the regular Switch and also goes for around $10 at Walmart. So I bought it because I wanted this one, because I didn't like the way this one felt, and I couldn't play with this one with the Joy-Cons, because at the time I didn't want to keep on refilling this thing with batteries, because I needed batteries for other things. So basically, I love this because if I can get this one off, because whenever it's in there like that, whenever it's like this, it is very comfortable. I've heard other people say that this is not comfortable to play games with tabletop mode or a dock, but I honestly love this. I don't think there's a problem with it, probably because I'm used to dealing with it. But yeah, I love this. Also, I did experience having the regular Switch because one time me and my little brother is, I say, spoiled. So for Christmas, he got a regular Switch. And so basically, when he got his Switch, and he had his ever since it came out. So wait, let me think. He's turning 10 this year. It came out 4 years ago. So he's had it since he was 6. And me, I'm 12 years old. I've only had it for a year now, I think. Yeah, about a year. And I got it when I was 11. And I used my own money instead of getting it from someone. So my brother's basically spoiled. And so a few years later, whenever he still had his and I had mine, we decided to sneakily, without anybody knowing, trade Switches. So he had mine, the smaller one, and I had the original Switch. And so it would have all been perfect if I didn't stupidly text his mom and say, hey, your son forgot to give me a cord to dock it. That let her know that I had his Switch. And I'd say she was 9.5 out of 10 mad. But I found out that the cord that we were missing was actually the charger, which I already had. So I could have still had that one if I didn't say nothing. But honestly, I love this one because it's kind of like two different systems. It's kind of like no, actually 3. It seems like a Game Boy Advance because of how it's the same of like just out and it can't fold, and it came in different colors, and it's like the PlayStation Vita, but except it's made with a Nintendo, which means I actually supported this time. That was a joke toward PlayStation, but yeah. Also, it seems like the 2DS because it's a all portable system, and it's basically the exact same as I just said. It don't fold, which I normally call because it's a Switch that can't switch. I normally call this thing the Nintendo 4DS because it is basically, it reminds me of me having a 2DS, and it is double the amount of power. It has double the amount of power, which means it's twice as powerful, which is why I call it the 4DS. But all jokes aside, it's a good system. But yeah, as I was saying, there are great controllers you could use with this thing. But to be able to use controllers, you'll have to prop it up on something. Or yeah. There's also millions of like other like stand-up things. Which I have this one, which it don't show the brand on here, so I don't really know. But it was around 15 bucks, and basically do that, pull the back and put it at an angle, any kind of angle they want, and yeah, that's basically it. And you set your Switch up on that part right here, and you can play tabletop. Also, this part has that little like round part right here, so that you could so you could charge it while you're playing, which is good. Also, a good thing that you're gonna need for the Nintendo Switch Lite is a carrying case. Obviously, because you're probably gonna want to put this thing in your bag once in a while, which it's gonna need to be protected from the things in your bag, because since it does not fold, it can get scratched up easily, which will need a case. Which I do have cases, which I have this one, which is the Nintendo Switch case. Yeah, just it's Nintendo Switch. I got this because my My mom gave me 20 bucks to go get a case, and I got this one, which if you open this up, there's a pouch to put some stuff in. There's this game holder flap, which holds about 6 games. And then there's that part to put your Switch Lite in. And also there are these little nudges at the bottom. So if you have a grip like this, you could put it in like so, which you can't in cases that I have, just like this one, which is the Nintendo Switch Lite Slim case, which goes for about $25, which you'll need to take this thing off. Which, when you take it off, it can just slide in there like this. And, yeah, you're good. Also in here, to hold your games in, there's this little bag part right here. Which, what you do is, it comes with this part, which comes in every single regular Switch case, which what you do is you take this and you'll put your games in there, slide it in there like that, and then you slide your Switch in there. So yeah, I use that case a lot because of how good it is to carry with, unlike this bulky one, which has a handle, which is also good. But yeah, also some more Switch cases that I have are 2 last ones, which are actual regular Switch cases, which this was my first one, which is a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild case, which is basically just you put the Switch in there and it stands up the Switch, and there's 2 game holders right there. So, yeah. I love how we're almost 20 minutes in and I still haven't talked about the Switch. We need to hurry up to speed this up. Another one that I have is this one, which is just a Nintendo Switch case, which is the exact same on the inside as that one. So, yeah. Also, if y'all are wondering what I use to record my videos, I use my regular iPhone 11. No camera because I cannot afford one because I am broke. So yeah. Now get on to talk about the actual system itself. So the Nintendo Switch Lite is an amazing handheld. Basically, some people have their own opinions about the system. Some people have hatred with it, and some people love it. This goes hand in hand against each other to try to see who wins in this situation. Because this is basically for people who do not play on the TV. This is for people who basically do not want to play TV. They just want a handheld for a couple $100. Or basically, just this could be for a kid to play games like Mario on or Pokemon, aka me. But yeah. Also, this could be for somebody that just is not doing good and financially, like in any way, and just wants a system that's cheaper. And yeah, I pretty much bought this because I noticed my brother had a Switch. He wouldn't let me use it. And so basically what I did was I saved up a lot of money. I swear, there was like 14 times where I was this close to spending that money. But I saved up till I had about $290, and it was like $260 total for this thing after tax. And I used the other $30 to, I think I got Street Fighter and, what did I get? I got Street Fighter and a Fortnite V-Bucks card. I got that. because I loved Fortnite at the time. What the fudge? And the speakers are alright, but instead of at the, I think at the top, they're at the bottom, as you see right there. Which it don't bother me because normally I hold it like this if my fingers start to block it, or I hold it regular if they're not. But for some people it's bad, which is why people need a headset if your hands are too big to block this thing. Which there is a accessory that, look, I cannot believe this, but Nintendo, what are you doing? You made this system in 2019. Every system in 2019, except for the Switch and Switch Lite, had a Bluetooth capability. I mean, it could connect to Bluetooth controllers like for the Switch and stuff. But Nintendo, people want to use wireless earbuds. Literally, everybody uses wireless earbuds. Unless you're basically a lover and just you use regular earbuds because you don't want to spend money on it. But still, yeah, there's an adapter. It's a Bluetooth adapter on Amazon. I think it's like $20. You can find them for around $20 to $50 depending on what brand they are, and basically it's just connect to Bluetooth. To like Bluetooth earbuds and I think maybe controllers. I'm not sure. But the Nintendo Switch Lite is amazing in comfortability. Whenever I had this regular Switch for like I think it was 1 or 2 weeks, I loved it and I didn't really notice nothing. But then whenever I got done using the Switch for that long, and I had to reset all my stuff back onto this one because our dad got mad at us. And I started using this whenever I got back home. God, I felt a difference. Because, look, I was used to being so heavy that my hands were like this. And then whenever I try to do it like this, I hurried up and went like this to pick it up. Because the regular Switch was heavy enough to make me do that. And so whenever I did this, it was like very light, and I hit myself in the face because I was used to how heavy the regular Switch was, and so yeah, but yeah, it is amazingly comfortable, especially if you used to have a 2DS and you're trying to upgrade. This is amazing for you, but battery life is amazing, especially to the old Switch. The old Switch had a battery life from 3.5 to 6 hours, while no wait, yeah, I think it was like 2.5 to like 4, or 2.5 to like 5.5 hours battery life, while the Switch Lite has a 3.5 to 7.5 battery life, depending on what settings and what games you're playing. Also, another thing is they did come out with a different Switch model, which I don't know what it's called, but it's the original Switch basically, and it comes in a red box, so you can tell the difference. If you see a Switch in stock and it's in a white box, it's the old one with a 2.5 to 4 hours of battery life. Or if it is a red box Switch, then it has a battery life from about 4.5 to 9 hours of battery life, which for some people is the main reason why they pick this thing up, is because of the battery life and because of how more portable and light it is. But making another regular Switch that has better battery life than this thing, it defeats the purpose of some people buying this one instead. But yeah, pretty much. Like I said, you can play tabletop mode with this, but you can't play docked. No matter how hard you try, even if you buy a third-party dock that this can actually plug into, it will not work because if y'all actually open this thing up, y'all could see some of the processing ports and stuff is gone from the system, so that you cannot in any way make it connect and output to a TV. Which, if you did get all that stuff and you were an amazing technician, you could probably do that. Which, I mean, could defeat the whole purpose of this. Or if you actually were to do that, technically it's still a handheld system. You would just have to bring a controller around like this, or Pro Controller to play with. But yeah, like I said, it's amazing, comfortable, and amazing battery life. Also, here's a good thing with the small screen. People have been saying it is terrible that there is a smaller screen on the system, but hear me out. It is amazing because it actually makes games look more crisp and amazing on the system, because the pixels are squished together more, which makes the image more crisp. And so, yeah. Also, another thing is that they actually made a D-pad, an original D-pad, which is amazing and feels way better than the 4 buttons. The reason why they had to do 4 buttons for the original is because actually, pretty much, whenever you took it off, like the Joy-Con off, you had to play it as if it was a regular controller with the 4 buttons and the analog stick. So they had to make it like that, but since this is an all-out portable and you cannot take these off, they put an actual D-pad on this thing, which made it feel way better. So yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. This thing can still play all the amazing games that you have on your regular Switch, just not some like 1-2 Switch, Mario Party, or Just Dance. I mean, you could play all 3 of those perfectly fine if you have a different set of Joy-Cons, but some people would not recommend that too. Reasons why is because you cannot dock it, so you would have to play something like, for example, Just Dance on a small screen in tabletop mode. Me, wasn't really a problem, but still. This system has amazing games such as Kirby Clash, which I was surprised that it was for free. Paladins, which is basically Overwatch, but for free. Super Smash Bros., which some people are addicted to. Hello Neighbor. Some fighting games. Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Assassin's Creed. Warface, which is Call of Duty. A bunch of horror games and all other games, such as Firewatch, which is like a story mode type game, and also stuff like YouTube, Hulu, Hulu, and not Hulu, Jesus, stuff like YouTube, Hulu, and Funimation, which is basically an app where you can watch all anime in the entire world, and it is amazing. But yeah, if the Switch Lite is kind of uncomfortable to you, then all you have to do is go on Amazon, buy one of these things for about 15 bucks, and all you gotta do is just slide that thing right in there. Just as so. Slide in the top buttons, click that in, and you're pretty much good to go. This makes it feel way more comfortable in the hands, and yeah, pretty much. It also keeps it back from getting scratched. And the only other thing you would pretty much need is probably a screen protector, if you didn't feel like bringing a case around. But it is an amazing system and all. Like I said, for people that this is for, it's probably people who are not doing good in financial systems and just wants a system to play on. And also, if they do not care about not being able to play with anybody else, and not being able to play docked. But if you want to do that stuff, then I would save up the extra $100 to be able to get the original Switch. But out of the 2 original Switches, I would prefer to get the red box one. Just saying, because it has better battery life. And yeah, pretty much. Also, this could be for people like kids. And yeah, I made the dumb decision in getting turquoise because back then my favorite color was blue, and I didn't really like black that much. I was like, ooh, I want turquoise, and they finally got turquoise, so I bought it. And stupidly, my sister for Christmas got the black one, and I loved the black one more, which I am sad that I, for some reason, didn't get the black or yellow, because those look better than the turquoise in my preference. But yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to think. Some amazing games that I think are on the Switch are probably Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. The horror games on there, and also trying to think. There's stuff like Super Kirby Clash. Which there's also a game called Hello Neighbor Roblox, which is basically like, it's that old classic arcade game where you're these like robots and it's like this, as you can see right there. It's that game, and it's amazing. It's an amazing fighting game. It's free. There's also a game like Hello Neighbor and Super Smash Bros. There's also this $15 game called Super Crush KO. It's a good game where you basically fight off robots after a woman steals your cat, and you're trying to catch up to her while killing and fighting a bunch of robots. So, yeah, that's my review, and yes, indeed, it is worth it to get a Nintendo Switch Lite in 2021. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and make sure to like the video and subscribe if you are new, and I'm out. Peace.